The streamet begins! Exclamation, a most unexpected development, like a starship emerging from warp. Let us proceed. Fascinating. A return like a probe sent to a distant, unexplored world. We must observe. Livy adds, exclamation, they are there upon us. A most unwelcome intrusion. Shields up. Engage.
Okay, today, welcome to the show. Crack open a tin and let the banner flow. For thinking fun with the Twitchy crew. MJ's in the house and it's all for you.
Koala Stronger's a cheeky room with 6-8 spot on the stream for you. No need for thongs or cockhead flair. Strap it in tangible.
MJ returning.
Today, welcome to the show.
Like a probe sent back from a distant, unexplored sector. We must observe.
MJ's in the chat, wandering for night.
Hello, it's me. Oh, hello Matt. Hello MJ. How are you both doing? Ah, just waiting for Ben to finish his stream and invaders. There he is. Hello, you lot. They've arrived.
Those. Exclamation.
We're all here now. Hello Neo. Hello Chloe. Hello Swarm. Hello RHK with a fart. Thank you for that. And there's Ben himself. Go and eat, Ben. Go and get some food in you.
A most unexpected return. Like a rogue asteroid.
Oh, the bot's going to be going for hours now, isn't he? The problem with raids. Oh, I should automatically stop the bot when the raid happens, really. Go and eat Ben! There's a new redeem, by the way. I'm nothing if not fast. Although I could do with trimming it down a bit, actually. Stop the bot! Can't stop the bot! The bot is eternal. It needs amplifying a bit as well, actually. It's a bit quiet. But I shall do that now, I think.
Engage.
Wait, am I an idiot?
With 100 bits, RHB77 says.
Cheer 100 go bot. Go. Never give up. Never surrender. Think of the lovely COC3.
Thank you very much for the bits, RHK.
A swarm. Fascinating.
There's a Cobb has snuck in as well. Hello, Cobb.
Engage. RHK
I need to clean this up a bit.
A new face fascinating. Is it hostile? We must be vigilant.
Your presence in whispers of wings and echoes again. Here in Majenko's space we
Bitchin'.
and cheer.
Right.
Deep into 247. Welcome back.
Hello, PC.
See you. Yes.
And there's a G-pin. There's everybody's here. God.
Starship
It's a cacophony of noise from the jingles, from the bot, from the farts. God. I can't hear myself think.
Jump in the ride, Let's hit the
Cup
road.
doofus and
You're doing the 3D bed leveling
its
adhesion dance. Fun times, fun times.
universe may not agree.
Welcome to the chaos divide.
Lights the part, chat explodes. Not surprised.
But acknowledge.
Currently a stringy mess. That's always fun. And there's Industrious as well. Hello. You painted yourself with special invisible material so the bot can't see you. Very good.
PC Margaret's back. Every turn like a probe sent to a distant.
The on-screen celebration I don't think does anything at the moment. I don't know what it's supposed to do. It's somewhere in the cacophony.
PC Margaret's affection. Intriguing. A most illogical disc.
The URL right is too quiet at the moment. When I can hear what the hell I'm doing, I'm going to sort it out, but I can't hear a thing at the moment. Oh, God, Cobb. Enough already.
Returning.
I need to be able to hear.
Like a probe launched into the unknown. We must observe.
Added circuits, shift divine, retro bytes with the Greek design.
Computer, what happened?
Enjoy the theme. PC Mothers powers up the stream.
Come on, it was not that bad.
Right, that'll amplify it. Now, do I want the bit of TTS on the end of it or not? Let's stop the background. Oh god, that's going to go on for ages. Thank you for the 30 bits, ScarHK.
It's the whole.
Right. Eventually. Have we come to an end yet?
Thank you for holding. Your call is very important to us.
You could do with being a bit louder, yes.
You were right, Majenko. I do apologise.
Do we want that bit on the end? Or should I get rid of that bit? I couldn't clip it any shorter than that.
You were right, Majenko. I do apologise.
You could do with some compression on it, really, so that it stays the same sort of volume. Not as loud as me, but then who is?
I'm not loud.
Let's just go. Effect. Noise reduction. Get noise profile. Effect. Noise reduction. Oh, wrong one. It moved in the menu.
You were right, Majenko. I do apologise. You were right, Majenko. I do apologise.
A bit too much there.
You were right, Majenko. I do apologise.
That sounds pretty good. That'll do nicely. Right, file, export audio as MP3 into /tank alerts sound bytes. Is that how it's spelled? Yeah. And if you were right, export, yes, overwrite it.
You were right, Majenko. I do apologise.
That's much better. Okay, we can start the background music again.
You were right, Majenko. I do apologise.
Why, thank you. Right. Back onto the Dell and all that sort of thing today. I have done a bit of work offline.
I do apologise. I'm an idiot.
I've done a bit of work offline. Con local Delroy. I've connected it up on Serial, so I get the boot up and everything all on Serial. We do need more Ben redeems, yes. Well, he sounds so much nicer than me. I can go louder. I can go quite a lot louder, although I am compressing myself at a reasonable level, I think. There we go. We're booting up through Serial Console now. You can go louder, but does it involve me singing now? I can sing, so I win. You have hardly heard me though. In fact, if I turn myself up on here, it doesn't really seem to make any difference. I turn myself down, but when I hit my limit, it stops. So I'd have to tweak my filters for the audio. And that is not that. It's... No, where is it? It's that one, isn't it? Filters. My limiter is set to -6 decibels at the moment. I could raise it a little if you want me to be a bit louder. Take it to 0, although that doesn't seem to have done anything. So, I don't know. That doesn't seem... Oh no, it does go up if I do that. That's better. But let's take it down to -2 decibels, shall we? So I'm probably not going to be that much louder because I'm not really speaking much louder. But when I get more excited, it will go louder. So, but I can turn my microphone up itself on the mixer. It's not very loud at the moment on the mixer. I'm only getting... What am I getting? I'm currently getting -10 or something on that. So, I mean, I can go up a little bit more, but I don't want to clip too much on the input side of things. So that should now... Well, that is much louder now. Let me turn myself down on here. There we go. I have a Focusrite Sapphire 40. I should be a bit... If I turn myself down on there and go into my filters and set the limiter back to -6. There we go. I should now be about the same sort of level that I was before, but now maybe a bit more consistently at that level. A Sapphire, I don't mean an ATI GPU. No, a Sapphire. Spelled, I think they spell it with 2 Fs. S-A-F-F-I-R-E. Right, so I've just booted Delroy up with everything on Serial. And everything is all working tickety-boo. But what I want to do today is to get the VAX Station 2000 configured on the new network segment. I thought I might sound distorted. That's what I wanted to avoid by having it turned down on the mixer a bit. I thought I probably would be clipping on here a bit now, because my bar up here is now sort of peaking and locking in. If I were to pump the release right up, I'm not sure that's really... Is that going to work? Does that sound any better? Name it Ken. No. Am I still clipping, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to turn it back down. Actually, it's clipping on the mixer now, isn't it? when I get excited. Anyway, let's turn it down a little bit on the mixer. Right, how do I sound now? Is that better? So, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing, testing, testing. Is there any clipping at the top end? Especially when I get really excited.
Fascinating. A return like a starship re-entering atmosphere. It's quite something. Yes.
Maybe make the bass louder. I've got the bass turned down a bit at the moment. I can boost it up slightly. How does that sound? I better not get excited, but you all excite me so much. How do I sound now? Is that better? I can take down the top end slightly as well. Let's get rid of a bit of the hiss. A bit more mid. Take the top down, take the bass up. Nice little slope there. How does that sound? It's a Hot Rocks. Don't tell us you excite you. Why not? Right, I've got a bit to read now, haven't I?
Fascinating.
Once the bot shuts up.
Starship re-entering atmosphere. It's quite something. Yes. Welcome.
A bright light in the sky heralds the imminent arrival of a swarm of space objects. About 500 metres from the ground, each deploys a parachute, and the objects slow to a gentle fall, arriving over a period of about a minute. As they land, each escape pod pops open, releasing either a yak or a goat. The last pod to land opens, revealing a scowling Allison in light space armour, and still bearing the residual frost from having spent time in a cryotube. Hello, Allison. You've routed the capture source directly into one of the outputs on the card, then fed that into a scope. Cut bass, cut treble, touch up on mid. I'll cut the bass a bit. How's that sounding now? Am I a little more even on the sound? I want it to sound as perfect as I can. Not that I sound wonderful at the best of times, mind you. I'll give you a moment to catch up with how I sound. Fine so far. Right, we'll keep it as that. I'm as odd as ever. That's good. Right. Oh, well done, Ben. Right, let's go to my other port on here. Con local Zoe.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
What would have been sensible before wrapping your data statements at 80 columns, Ben? Resetting the line length, although I thought you did that. Spotted it just after the stream events, yep. Checking that the basic implementation doesn't have a line length limit of 72. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I did mention at one point, set it to 50 to be sure. That would have fixed it. Okay, let's boot up Zoe. I've got it wired up, connected up to the network. And we'll power it up. I can print 80 characters a line, but only accept 72. Oh, nice. Yeah. Set it to 50. Or my original idea of having 10,000 lines of just one value per line.
It seems Chet is quite agitated about audio settings. Like a starship struggling to maintain warp speed. Fast.
I need to change the settings on TCP/IP and make sure that DECnet is actually working on this thing. On VMS, and then I shall hook up my other hard drive to it, which I think has got Ultrix on it, and I shall reconfigure that as well. Bot is now Canadian Starfleet, eh? I'm loud in the bot. That's always a good thing, yes. And I can turn the bot down. Last time you used Telnet was to connect to an IP camera, yeah. I use it all the time. It's a very useful tool when doing network diagnostics. Yeah, you just keep going from 200 upwards. Right, I need to boot from DKA2 for this, which is my blue SCSI on the hacked SCSI port. It's not the fastest computer in the world, this. In fact, it's probably one of the slowest. Well, you could have a little script that just blasts out that basic stub out through the serial port for you at the beginning, before anything else happens. Or you could output the entire program every time. Just proceed it all with a new. It's only a small program.
Her incest, Fuzzy, but disappointing. Most unfortunate. My vocal projections diminished. A most regrettable circumstance. I shall attempt to compensate. Engage.
Or you could write a program for the RC 2014 which accepts phoneme data through the serial port and plays it without having to recreate the data lines every single time. Just actually have it as a peripheral sat there on the serial port waiting for input. Speaking of remote shell and slowest, you did some of your uni assignments via SSH, which was going via GPRS with tens of seconds ping. Nice, been there, done that. I have been there and done that, yes. Sort of a deck talk emulator, yeah, sort of. That's what Mosh is for, yeah. Yeah, do it, Ben, do it.
Acts.
Bit of Z80 assembly. I love Z80 assembly.
A most unexpected development. Engage.
Right, we are booting up gradually. Takes its time. Sticking your boot up the bot, are you? I prefer LD over MOV, absolutely. Size 12 boot up the bot. DJNZ will love that instruction, yes. Decrement jump if not 0. Subtract 1 from, I think it uses the BC register pair. Subtract 1. If it's not 0, jump to wherever you're told to. Excellent for iterators.
Exclamation, yes. A necessary evil, it seems. Thank you for enduring that. It was intense. Quite intense.
Piping domino pin acorn used for the serial port wasn't polarized. Nice. We're nearly booted. Very nearly booted. I have a lot of services enabled by default. Only DECnet and TCP/IP really, and print queue. That's all. I've got a very light setup. It's just very, very, very slow, this computer. Yeah, the review team is on holiday. He's gone to Benidorm. There we go. Right, we are in on my VacStation 2000 eventually. Okay, so DECnet should just work straight away. If I do a set host 1, yes. DECnet just works, it doesn't care. It just works. So we're straight into Delroy. Perfect. And our Delroy, let's just go in as mapped. DN login. Zoe is 9. There we go. Perfect. I like DECnet. DECnet just works. TCP/IP though. UCX $config. To reconfigure it. Yes, start the network after configuration. Don't want to run the IVP. No site model for the win yet. Enter host name Zoe. Now I need to allocate an IP address for this. Doesn't use DHCP, but I shall use DHCP as my repository of what's being used. Oh, what's the Ethernet address of Zoe? Do I have it here? I don't. I wonder if I can do that. Run a T50. Get that. And then do a continue. Debugger for the win. DHCP is an IPAM, yep. Okay, option, no, fixed address 192.168.150.10. Actually, this is in the wrong block here, isn't it? It needs to be in this block here. Option host name. Is it host name or host name? Host name. I love editing over 9600 baud. Why am I doing that? Right, so 192.168.150.10. Is that going to work, or did it completely cripple everything? There we go. No, it doesn't want multiple hosts. Yeah. Okay. Broadcast mask. Okay. Yes. Enable bind, certainly. Oh, I need the name for that, don't I? And that is just dns.google. Both of them are dns.google. has 6 answers, most of them insulting. Well, don't hold back, you don't normally. No more bind servers. Dynamic routing? No, I don't want dynamic routing. You love these DCL configuration tools, yeah. Googly DNS. Masochistic tendencies. Yeah, those exist. Definitely. It's mainly laziness. I'm connected here and I could just Telnet in or SSH in, whatever, but I'm already here. Carry on. Google DNS is weird. Because I can, yeah, that's another one, yeah. I quite often use 9999, quad 9. I need to get around to setting up my own local DNS servers, really, so that I can do my own reverse DNS of my local addresses and things. Yeah, I should do that. It's just finding the time for these things. Right, I'm actually going to reboot. And for once, I will spell shutdown properly. I don't currently run a DNS server, no. I did for a while, but I don't now. I don't run a local CA either, no. I just farm my DNS hosting out to he.net. They do it all for free. Which reminds me, I need to update my DNS now with the new address of Zoe. Zoe is there on 50.10. There we go. That's why I use he.net. It's simple and basic and does the job. And I don't need to worry about server uptime, that's their problem. Right, we shall reboot. Hurricane Electric is the Iceland block. I don't blame them. I used to use HE for IPv6 tunnel a while back. I don't bother with IPv6 now. All I get on IPv6 is spam. Yeah, all you ever get on IP6 is spam and Chloe. I mean, I have IPv6, but I don't actively use it. Yeah, so I have IPv6, but I'm not even sure if I got it turned on at the moment. Yeah, I've got IPv6 set up running, but we've got ping 6. Yeah, I mean, IPv6 works for me, but I don't actively use it really for anything. Doesn't look like Iceland KK has a V6 address, does it? It just comes automatically through Vodafone, so I don't know how it's set up or anything. It just does it through their router. I don't do it locally on my network here. It's only George that can talk out on it. Everything else is, well, if it is set up and working, I haven't done it. Actually, let's have a look. I haven't even got Ping 6 installed. Actually, this is a much newer system, isn't it? I'll do ping -6. Network is unreachable. No, I've not got IPv6 set up on my network. Only on George. And that's just because it talks to the main router. We haven't broken a thing. It might be working. Everything's working. Nothing give us time, yes. We will break things. Just doing a reboot after a reconfigure. George, Devil, Zoe. Well, George is easy. George is the Jetson. The NVIDIA Jetson, so he's George Jetson. Zoe, I know it's Zoe because it's always been Zoe. It was Zoe when Ben gave it to me and it stays as Zoe. Delroy was named by chat last night, so that's Delroy. Monster Munch is Monster Munch. Cutie Pie is my little cutie pie. They're all perfectly reasonable names. They mean things to me, or usually. But in general, if a computer comes to me with an operating system on it, and that operating system includes a host name, I will try and keep that host name. So Zoe has always been Zoe. Zoe was named Zoe by the previous owner, and I kept it as Zoe. You had an Apple TV 2 hooked up to the TV, which you used for Netflix, and Apple's IPv6 implementation would allocate itself an IP if it saw a router announcement and would use it to... Where's that gone? Use it in preference to IPv4, and there was no way to change that behaviour. Wouldn't have been a problem, except that Netflix's geo-lookup of the HGNet Toronto IPs came back to a US location. Nice. You open Netflix, it hit the servers, using what Netflix thought was the US address, so you get the US catalogue. Nice. As you had to stream something, the CDN would find the closest server, which is the V4 address in Canada, and the contact was being up there. Clever. So clever. Right. I know what I need to do. I need to do UCX and then a set root / default / gateway equals 192.168.151, and then the same with a /perm. Okay, that might do things. Yay! TCP/IP works. We are into George through Telnet from VMS. Excellent. And if we go the other way around, Telnet Zoe, there we go. We are into Zoe. Bouncing all around the houses. Excellent. Right, well that's that done. Stage 1. Yeah, I'm not sure what Vodafone give me, but it's probably something completely useless like a 64. Right, this is nearly shut down.
Champion! With 50 bits, Jeep in 24/7 says.
Che R50 a memoria o le understandabile Benz PC 2014 TTS?
Less. Most definitely less. Vodafone living in a 1964, yeah. Right, shut that down now. Next job is the other hard drive, which I think has got Ultrix on it, which needs configuring.
Exclamation there. Exclamation, yes. Unexpected development. Engage.
Cool, but fair. Oh, this drive weighs a ton. Actually, before I put it on, I'm going to give it a shake. Free those heads up, if I can. Right. Chunky ribbon cable plugged in. And power cable I will need. Let's see if I can get it to spin up.
Those ads. Yes. A necessary evil.
Nope.
I suppose.
This is why it's good to have this on a Lazy Susan.
That experience.
Because I can try and free those heads. There it goes. Spinning up. A lazy Chloe, like a Lazy Susan, but with ice cream. Right, that's powered up. Let's boot the main unit. I don't know what device this shows up as, actually. Whether it's DUA0 or DUA1. Spinning right round like a record, yeah. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a vac station, right round, baby. Like a record, but with ice cream. Too energetic. Crop spam! Carrots! Carrots everywhere! Not, is it, Matt? Right. Let's have a look at the config. No idea what those numbers mean. It should be DUA1. We'll try it. It's making the noises of DUA1. Yay, Ultrix. Clock gained 78 days. I'm sure it did. Ooh. This is probably confused because I think I last used this. I think I last used this with an internal hard drive as well. So it might actually be thinking that this is RD0, not RD1. No, we are on RD1. Hey PJB, how you doing? I see you sneaking in there. Welcome to the madhouse. Good to see new faces. Right, no, we are mounted on RD1, but it can't. Got hard errors. The sectors could not be read. Ooh, that's not a good sign. Been a while since I booted this drive, and it's not happy. I need my emulator. I need my emulator. I must order that this weekend. Hey, it's a Carrot House. Welcome. I think everyone's here now. The whole family. Not here long, just saying hi. Hi. Right, you can go now. See ya. Your arrival was predicted by Cobbs spamming carrots just now. He summoned you with the carrots. The carrots of doom.
A land of maple syrup and retro videos. Fascinating.
I think this drive has bit-rotted a bit since I last used it. It's been sat under the desk doing nothing for ages.
Chicken has become a matter of galactic importance. Truly, a crisis of interstellar proportions. Perhaps we should alert Stuff.
Daisy Doom Guy's bunny suits, yes. Carrots of doom. RD1G. I'll just did an FSCK on that and it worked. Sync error. Hard error, sync error. Drive is banging out the song of its people, indeed. Carrots or carrots? Carrots. 18 of one, 24 of the other. Haha. Don't mind Chloe. She's got the worst sense of humour ever. I'm not certain this is actually a problem with the drive. Could be a problem with the... No, it shouldn't be a problem with the cable. Although I've only recently made this cable. Be in the carrot patch. Ha ha ha. It does, doesn't it? Hot rocks. Can't read block 16. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That looks like one single track has gone. It's the same ones every time. I do have another cable around somewhere, not sure where it's gone. Not down there. There it is. I have my other cable. I can try the other cable. See if that helps. Though I don't think it will. I might need to low level it. It might just have lost its magnetism from sitting there doing nothing. It happens to me all the time. I lose my magnetism when I'm sat here doing nothing. Let's get the cable the right way around, shall we? A glass or two of port. Good choice. Ruby or Tawny? I'm a Ruby fan myself. You're a Tawny fan. Like walking down the street says everyone's attracted to him. Ha ha ha. Oh, I pressed the wrong button there. Slipped and pressed a button with a cable. There you go. SFX are louder now. Ruby, but you prefer Madeira. I've never actually had Madeira. But Ruby port is really nice. I especially like one called Juarez Otima. That's a really, really nice Ruby port. Can't get it at the moment. It seems to have disappeared.
I do apologise.
Never been a fan of sherry though myself. I prefer a good single malt whiskey. Cheerio, Carrot House. I'll see you soon. Be good. Won't boot at all now. Is it seeing it as DUA 0 or something now? No. Not on this one. It's too old. And that's the string that tells you what's in there. Let's pop the other cable back in. They're both homemade cables. This one is an actual cable, which is all hand soldered, which may or may not work. It used to work, but I don't know if it still does. And this one is an actual ribbon cable, which is all crimped and has been working. I know it has been working. Let's put the ribbon cable one back on. This will be a lot better once I've got my emulator finished. Slap an emulator board in it. No error at this stage. Will it? Yeah, will it? Who knows? Will it ever even work? When I have problems, I'll have more places to look. Quite. At least I won't have read errors like this. My favourite is Whiteport. Never heard of Whiteport. I will it to work. Well, I say that, yeah. Well, I won't get read errors caused by potentially bad magnetic surface of the disk. I might get read errors from my code being shite. Didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. 4C437, 4C437, exactly the same codes and things last time. Boot DUA1. And it does the exact same. I think the drivers decided to say goodbye. Verification seems to be running. There's some bad blocks.
With 69 bits, a swarm of dead insects says. The drive goes read to 69.
Thank you very much for the bits. The drive goes Now it goes beep, 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 beep. Let's give you some ASMR. That's not a happy drive, is it? And that was a working drive, apart from the stiction. Imagine with the Floppatron, yes. It's not shutting down. Maybe a low-level format will resurrect it. That takes hours to run.
There they are, happening. Exclamation engage.
It's certainly struggling. Something has rotted on it anyway. I guess I won't be reconfiguring Ultrix on here then. Ben's let out chicken got onto it, yeah. Ben's rotting chicken has got into it and rotted away.
Yes, he endured those things. A sacrifice. A most inconvenient pause in the flow of a progress. You have my gratitude.
It is rather ancient, this drive, though. It's got to be, what, 35 years old? 30 years old, 35 years old, something like that. No wonder it's a bit green around the gills, shall we say. You have had a thought with a capital T, that's not good. The RC2014 has an LCD display on it now, yes. You're going to have that on screen, are you, to display messages? Show you a précis of whatever the hell the TTS is trying to say. It's only 160 characters, but it might be enough for a bit of context, yeah. You could always make it scroll. A nice scrolling message going across. You don't want chat's context. What you need is an LLM to feed the TTS through to give you a summary of it. They play the chime for text messages from GTA 3 and scroll it, yeah. They make as much sense as the bot. This is not a happy drive. I can tell I'm going to have to low level this, I think, and then reinstall Ultrix. Low level with the steamroller. Oh, poor thing, no. It is indeed the Industrious Ant, yes. It has a list of bad sectors printed on the label. Drive like, no, 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 no. You can never put a hard drive under a steamroller. Bulldoze cat tracks, sure, yeah. This is the one that was internal to Zoe originally. The one that had stiction and no real bad blocks. The other one that we've been experimenting with is the one that doesn't have stiction, but is absolutely riddled with bad blocks. It probably is reading those sectors at the moment. But this should be building an updated list of bad sectors while it's going. Send the hard drive to the Will It Blender YouTube channel. No, it won't fit in the blender. You're off, Cobb. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you next time. Or next time you're around. List of bad sectors. Yes. All the sectors. Right. This is how big the drives are. They're not small. I doubt it'll fit in the Will It Blend blender. If you're off, that might be the smell. Yeah, no, that's me. Oh, use it as a weight lift. Bad Sector is an accomplished electric musician. Sad disc sounds posted to Discord. The disc is not happy, PC, yeah, disc is very much not happy. So have I listened to this then? Stop BGM. It's a bit quiet. And the Mac startup. Whoa. Nice interference sounds. That doesn't sound too healthy. Your drive appears to be cosplaying as an Iomega. Enjoy yourself, Matt. Taxi time, is it? I'll see you later. Thanks for joining us. Hard to swap an MFM for a Blue Scuzzy. This one, yeah. That's why we're working on the emulator, which is tangled up. It'll get there with time. We'll eventually have a silicon, solid state MFM hard drive. This takes forever to verify the disk, of course. It takes absolute age. Yeah, MFM emulator. The background removal system hides it, it does. Zip or Jazz? Jazz, it's got better rhythm. Be a zip drive, the notorious zip drive click of death. Of all the zip drives ever produced, I think there are probably 5 left in the world that don't click. Right, well, something I've been doing on Delroy. Actually, let's get up another terminal here. Is I have been compiling a new compiler. Because the compiler on here is ancient. And hopefully I've got a newer one. Yeah, 474 now is a newer one. It's that ancient. 474 is newer. Because I need a newer version of CMake. Because the version of CMake on here is really ancient. In fact, it doesn't even exist. Actually, have I maybe not got CMake installed? Hey. Oh, I've just nudged my path, haven't I? I was a prat then, wasn't I? $$ path, I forgot, right. CMake, I've got CMake version 2 on here. CMake version, GCC version 4.7 is the first version that can deal with C++11, which CMake 3 requires. And I need CMake 3 in order to compile SimH on here. And I've already got further than I got before. So I've spent today compiling GCC. Took me most of the day to compile it on here. Just 4 threads. So that needs to compile now whilst the disk is verifying. This is not cross-compiler. Yeah, well, I did think about the possibility of using CrossTool-ng to compile a cross-compiler for it and things, but I don't know, stuff it. I'll just leave it running. Error. Looser throw specify for virtual blah blah. No idea what the hell that's telling me. No idea. Let's just run configure. That gives me that then. Error looser throw specifier for virtual CM find common. What is that supposed to mean? Line 28 of that. What? Looser throw specifier. Yeah, WTF indeed. Have I been called niche before? Frequently. Welcome to C++ Unius here. Well, I've never come across that error before. Maybe I need a newer version of GCC. When working like this, I tend to iterate up through GCC versions. I need to go and have a look what the next version up is. ftp.gnu.org. No. For sites, ftp.gnu.org. GNU, GCC. So version 5.5.0. We'll go to 5.5.0 next. I wish I could type. You wish you knew where your old zip drive was. It was an Atapi model. Oh, nice. Inside a Dell P2 machine. You gave away to your grandfather. No idea where it ended up after he became too old to live in the ancestral home. Oh. You had a SCSI one. Ooh, expensive. Getting the SCSI connector and the power connector on the back was a tight squeeze. I can imagine. I can imagine. I had a parallel port one. I was a poor cheapskate. I had a parallel port one. I could have had an internal one, but I liked the flexibility of an external one, and they were pretty much all parallel, so yeah. You need to finally decide on your backup strategy. You've got a couple of zip drives and an LTO3 library. You did have a plan, but didn't think to write it down. Oh, okay. Well, backup to zip drive is not backup. Back up to zip drive is like backing up to DevNull. Ooh, what have we got going wrong here? C flags has changed. Oh, I think I've tried this one before and messed it up. I need to delete it and start that one again. Right, many read none, is it? Yes. An interesting concept. The zip drive you ever saw was an external USB one at the time when USB flash drives already surpassed anything Imaga could ever muster, yes. At the time, they were amazing. 100 meg on one disk when a disk traditionally was 1.44 meg. It was like 50, 60, 70 times more than you could put on an ordinary floppy in the same space. It was mind-blowing at the time. You could have a floppy-like device that could store that much data and be used just like a floppy.
Vivi.
Yeah, when they were new, sure, yes. But since then, they
Yes.
became superseded so fast, yeah.
Prepare yourselves.
The Archimedes 5000 is going to replace the hard drive completely, so you can change the machine's main install just by swapping the cards. Nice. At the time you didn't have a computer at all. Fair enough. Fair enough. At the time I worked in a computer shop, so I was dealing with these things day in, day out. Foods are ready. Go eat. Sausage. Oh, hello. Oh, look at that. Oof. That's the list of bad blocks. That's entire tracks have gone there, isn't it?
Bozos adds exclamation, yes.
That's entire tracks on a single cylinder at a time have gone.
I suppose. Thank you. You endure. You persevere. It is commendable.
We've got some of the driest of ciders left. Oh, yum. No, that does not want to work. I think the installation is hosed. There's no room under the bed, G-Pin. Under the bed is full of laptops. You don't need to park the heads on these drives. They are park not needed drives, supposedly. Or auto parking for these ones. Actually, the earlier ones you don't need to park because they've got special lubricant and stuff like that. And these ones auto park. They're not stepper motor ones. They're voice coil ones. So as soon as the power is off, they just swing back to the park position. Not recently, Ben. Not since you had the operation. Not the armchair, in the M&S bag. under the dust sheets in the study. Yeah, the RD50 and 51 are stepper motor driven, and according to the manual for those, they've got special lubricant on the surface of the disc that stops the heads from ever actually touching, so they don't need to be parked. And the RD54, which this is a voice coil driven one, which means that once the power is removed from it, it just swings back to the start of the drive. Wahaha, Chloe, I'm inside your head. It's fun inside your head. There's all sorts of dust bunnies floating around. But I think this drive has just reached the end of its life, and the surface is just beginning to degrade. They're not dust bunnies. No, they're dust raccoons, I'll bet, aren't they? I'll leave it running on a low-level format, probably tomorrow while I'm doing other things. Because I haven't got time tonight, it takes too long. Just see what VMS thinks of it when it eventually boots. What's this compile doing? Compiling, good. You don't want to know what it's throwing up. It's in the corner heaving. Like a cat with a fur ball. Tongs was the word you were looking for. Oh, okay. Food now on plate. Nomage may commence. Excellent. Mukbang string then? I'm about to finish. If you want to take over again, we can have a mukbang stream from Ben. What do you reckon? A stream of him eating his nom-noms? No. Oh, okay. That's a shame. I don't really need the external drive working in this. It's just happens to be my my real hardware Ultrix installation, as opposed to my virtual one. But I may be sticking Ultrix on the 3800 when I get it, possibly. So I've got VMS on the Microvax and Ultrix on the 3800. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see what we decide to do with it when we finally get it. How'd you like those beans, Ben? They smell like G-Pin. Oh, it is G-Pin. It's a shame that Ultrix won't support the SCSI port on this properly. Piquant. Mwah. We've got DUA1 and DUA2. 2 is the floppy drive. DUA1 is there. If I'm going to hose, this is already hosed, this installation, I'm going to be wiping it anyway, so let's do an init DUA1 test. Forced error flagged in last sector red. Ugh. See if I can mount it for and do an analysis of it. Forced error flagged in last sector red. It's not happy, this drive, at all. I love how a fart routine can be almost as long as the cooldown, yep. I don't know why I've even got a cooldown on it. I should remove that cooldown, actually, shouldn't I? So we don't need a cooldown on it. There we go. No cooldown on the farts anymore. They remain hot farts. I know exactly why I've got a cooldown on it. This is true. But Cobb doesn't fart like he used to now. I'm conflicted over HTML5. I'm not sure we even need it. And what of XHTML? All of these changes from the simple purity of early HTML done in a text editor reminds me of when Front Page came on the scene with WYSIWYG. Front Page is not bad and never has been WYSIWYG. Oh, what was it then? It was more like WYSI-WTF. WYSI what the fuck? I like it. Right, I don't seem to be able to do anything with this drive at the moment. Where do you get the feet? Because I have feet! Right, well, I'm going to have to give this drive some serious, serious TLC to see if it will resurrect. What am I doing? My brain's melted. Time to finish. Serious steamrollering. No, it wants to have a low-level format, I think. What am I doing? Pontificating. What am I doing? Typing things in completely wrong. Time to finish, you just did with your cider. Well done. Time for the next cider. Okay. The vac station is turned off. I'm going to leave that running and I'm going to sod off. Right, I'm done. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. Thank you for Ben for raiding me. I'll be sore for weeks after that. Oh, thank you very much for all the bits and shite that you've been throwing around. Sod type it off. Yep. Should be Shelby all weekend now. I believe he's back tomorrow and Sunday. In which case I shall be back Monday evening. Except I might see if I can get my phone camera working in the garage on Sunday and see if I can do a bit of rearranging in there to try and get some computers into there up and running. I've got computers in there just stacked up in the corner, but there's no room in there and there's a load of other stuff in there, so, and it has to take a car as well, which doesn't help. So I'll squeeze in what I can and set up what I can and we'll see what we can do. Anyway, if I don't do that, I'll see you Monday. But if I do that, I'll see you Sunday. So until then, here's my bot outro. Any mice? No, we don't have mice in our garage. We get them in the greenhouse, not the garage. You're welcome, Ben. Thank you for your stream earlier. Thank you for joining us, BJB.
Hail to the king, baby.
The things have moved around, have they, Swarm? You're going to have to learn it all over again.
Clear as throat, and just imaginary Starfleet uniform Kirk out. It has then adventure. People. A most unforeseen adventure. We've navigated the treacherous currents of network prep and faced down the fart menace. A hearty thank you to each and every one of you who joined us on this voyage. To PJB 9950, MJ, Kissy Marcus, our beloved pet Canadian, your retro recall is remarkable. For Incess, Fuzzy Butt, Jeepin' 24/7, Neo Dragon 90, Sleepy Developer RHK77, Matin X, Chloe Raccoon, The Industrious Ant, Sir Stu's A Lot 5 Farts, a record, a swarm of dead insects, Hot Rocks Girl, and even that Genko bot who, well, he tried, and to Stream Elements for keeping us organized.
Yeah, he's trying. He's very trying.
Raiders and followers. Sir Stu's A Lot. Your raid brought a whole fleet of viewers 16 strong. This has been memorable. Engage. Waves awkwardly.
And with that, I'm signing off. I'll see you either Sunday or Monday, whenever it happens to be. Until then, have a good weekend.
You're not finished
A
yet?
new follower. Fascinating. Welcome, TGV 99. A most unexpected development.
Lucky son of a bitch.
That reminds me of a bit from the Mary Whitehouse Experience. I think this could do with just another couple of minutes. If you remember the Mary Whitehouse Experience.
Hail to the king, baby.
We are not invaders. We are explorers.